Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe. You are listening to the New World Podcast, brother. And we're talking about NXT Gold Rush 2023, Week 2. It's here. Vic Joseph, Booker T on commentary. We start the show off with Carmelo and Corbin arriving to the arena. We have our first match of the night, NXT Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton putting it up against Thea Hale with Duke Hudson. And for some reason, Dempsey and Gulak come out. I was really enjoying this match. And I thought, I had a bit of like, oh my God, is Thea going to win tonight? Is Thea going to win the championship tonight? I was believing that hard because really we haven't done anything with Tiffany and her Tiffy era or whatever you want to call it. But, you know, it was one of those things where I was like, oh my God, are we just going to give the title? No, not give her, but this match was really good until the end. You know, with the distraction of Dempsey and Gulak coming out and stuff like that. And then, like, you know, Thea had Tiffany tapping, but, of course, Gulak was distracting the ref. The ref didn't see. And, you know, I don't know. I really didn't like the finish of this match. I was just like, okay, we could have just had a straight-up fight, but I don't understand why Gulak and I understand they got this whole like storyline going on with each other, with Chase U and them training everybody because Mr. Chase is out right now, but after that, they come in the ring. Theo's like, why'd you do that? Duke comes in. They attack Duke. And here comes Mr. Chase. Professor Chase, or whatever you want to call him, is back. And I was like, all of this for that. Okay. I was like, and I said it. I was going to pick Tiffany in this match to win anyway, but they really had me believing Thea was going to take it. No. And great match. Not a great ending. Next was the NXT Tag Team Championship match. Before that, before this match, we had a Ilya Dragunov package. I just love Ilya Dragunov. Like, that dude is a beast. Then Dana Brooke from last week, Jordan met with her and says, oh my gosh, I'm such a fan. You kept fighting with the bad leg. And well, Dana's like, yeah, that's right, kid. Maybe I'll get in the ring with you and we'll do something. Jordan's like, yay, and then move on. Now, the NXT Tag Team Championship. Gallus versus Idris Enofe and Malik Blade. Gallus for the win. This was fun. But Stacks came out during this, you know, and because he apparently took Joe Coffey, you know, stole Joe Coffey and everything like that. So, yeah, I'm waiting for this whole D'Angelo thing to pay off because I've been sitting through their fun segments with him in jail or whatever, quotations. But I'm waiting for this thing to pay off. I'm waiting for Stacks to be pointed out as a rat. We do get that tonight, but it's just like in a way that I didn't expect. So, like I said, we'll get to that real quick. Metaphors backstage, Noam Dar's crew. They got an interview, you know, and I like Metaphor. I like the name of the group. Diamond Mine interrupts Schism because Schism had a Schism family meeting because things are falling apart. They do not trust their leader anymore. But when Diamond Mine interrupts, they're like, hey, you know, they set up a match next week and loser leaves NXT. So I was like, oh, okay. Am I finally going to get Diamond Mine going up to the main roster? I hope so. Or will the Dyad go up to the main roster? I'm hoping Diamond Mine. You know, I was like, keep this whole Schism thing going, you know, and everything like that. We had a promo for Bronco Nima and Lucian Price coming to NXT soon. The characters just felt a little too much. Like, yeah, look at us. We want to play football, blah, 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 blah. When we get on the field, blah, blah. I was like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. But for some reason, Hank and Tank and Scripps and Axiom are watching. They're like, yeah, those guys look like they can cause some damage. I'm like, yeah. Then Nathan's backstage, and Scripps looks at Axiom. He's like, you want a shot at that? He goes, it's calling to me. It's calling to me. Carmelo and Trick backstage getting ready. Rhea Ripley interrupts. I was like, oh, Rhea's here. Okay. But she says, hey, you interfered in Judgment Day business, so you better watch yourself. I was like, is she going to play into the main event tonight? NXT Heritage Cup, Nathan Frazier versus Dragon Lee. It's a good match, but I just don't care for the Heritage Cup rules. The whole 3 rounds thing or whatever, it doesn't intrigue me whatsoever. Raw Underground package, because they're bringing that back and show the destruction, and Eddie Thorpe is with Gabe Stevenson. They're training, and now it's NXT Underground. I was like, oh, thank you, because you calling it Raw Underground made no fucking sense. NXT Underground match next week, though. I'm very interested, because it kept saying, like, yeah, and then Booker T was like, yeah, it's going to be down and dirty, and I got the best seat in the house, and I was like, wait, isn't an NXT, Raw Underground, wasn't the specifics of, like, it being, like, in a warehouse or something like that? Like, it's underground, not on the main floor, because now you're just going to take the ropes off and put a black canvas down and have these guys fight. I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll see with the presentation next week. Gigi Dolan versus Kiana James. Fun match. Gigi Dolan for the win, but Kiana wasn't having it. She attacks her, pours paint all over her, and says, ha ha ha. So more on that story. We had Tyler West and Mustafa Ali backstage. They're talking, and we have a match between Tyler and Mustafa Ali set up for next week because he was mad about the reffing, because Mustafa wants a shot at Wesley's title. Then we had Mr. Stone and Wagner backstage. I'm just like, ay. Where are we going? Where are we going with this? I don't get it. I just don't get it. It hurts my brain, boss. Then Joe Coffey met with D'Angelo in prison, and he says, Stacks sold you out. He goes, I got this thing here because he was abducted last week by Stacks, and then there's the audio was saying, like, hey, I need you to lay low for a bit. I'm the one that ratted out D'Angelo and everything. So what's going to happen? He wants to be the next mob crime boss. He wants to be the next Don. Yeah. So there's some development, but I'm like, let's pay this off already. We're taking too long. Roxanne Perez had a Snapchat interview, but Blair Davenport attacked, but sets up their match next week. Now we get to the main event. Something I got to say, this was a badass main event. Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams versus not just Baron Corbin, but the lone fucking wolf Baron Corbin. I geeked very hard. He came out and I'm like, thank you, wrestling gods. Oh, the stupid hat's gone. The stupid music's gone. This is what I want, and I gotta tell you, with this new attitude change, with this new change and everything like that, this match came out awesome. I'm like, I want this Baron Corbin to stick around. I don't want it to be one of those, like, I only turn into the lone wolf when I need to. But I want the lone wolf to be back, baby. And this match was badass. This is my match of the night. Match of the night was going to be Tiffany Stratton and Thea Hale, but I just did not like the ending. But this one, Carmelo Hayes got him. This was probably the best match I've seen from Baron Corbin in a long time. And I'm wondering, it's all about mood and changes and the way he's presenting himself. And I think he did really well. Really, really well. Before this, too, I just saw the Dyad with Ava. They're backstage. They're like, you put our careers on the line. But Carmelo Hayes versus Baron Corbin, the lone wolf Baron Corbin. This match was badass. I had such a good time with this, man. There's so many moments where I was like, oh my God, Baron's going to take it. Nope. Carmelo. Because I was upset from Raw when Carmelo got beat by Finn Balor, but Mr. Booker T says, he can't let that get him down. He has to pick himself back up and everything like that. So, but Carmelo Hayes for the win. This was my match of the night right here. Everything else was okay. This was the match right here. Then Braun Breaker backstage yelling at Shawn Michaels in his office. They got the camera out and the camera's on the office where that says Shawn Michaels. I want a cool logo on my office door because I'm a manager. I want a cool logo like that, with my name. But Braun Breaker's like, and he comes out and the camera people are like, and he's like, you'll hear about it next week. So I'm like, because he had some dialogue in there where he's like, I've defeated everybody. No, you haven't. But So I think it's time for him to be going up to the main roster. And I think I've said it time and time again. We're talking about NXT. Diamond Mine and Braun Breaker going up to the main roster. I think it's finally time, and I think we're finally going to pull those triggers. So I give this show a solid 3 out of 5. Match of the night, Carmelo Hayes versus Baron Corbin. I had a really good time with that match, and this show was fun. Overall, we got the Great American Bash, and next week they're going to be on 4th of July, so a lot of great matches that are going to be there, so I'm in it to win it, baby. NXT Gold Rush 2023, Week 2 in the bag. 3 out of 5. Go check it out. That's it. That's all. Tell me what you thought of the show. What did you like? What did you not like? Let's talk, folks. We're pro wrestling fans here. Then go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. Get yourself that sweet nWp shirt. I want to see it at the shows, and I want to see you representing to those who have bought the shirt. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everything helps keeping the lights on over here and keeps my motivation going. Like and subscribe. Share with your grandma. Share with your grandpa. Share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja, and as always, the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
And it looks as if the challenger is back to a lone wolf mentality.